Welcome back. I'm Lauren Theresa. Thank you so much for being here. I'm a former trauma therapist, was an LCSW, owned a medical facility. With my ex-husband, I did have someone ask how I was able to make money as a social worker. And I actually started off as administrative track and switched to clinical after we met and we had decided to open up this medical facility in Florida. I meditated a little today on what I wanted to talk about. And of course, I want to talk about everything. And I feel that there is sort of a general feel to my videos, which is a smattering of things. I really wish I could pick one subject and get really deep on it, but I am one of those jack of all trades, master of none. But I think the saying ends up somewhere really positive. So we're going to go with it. One thing I don't do is push or try or force. I love people who are very organized and make videos with lots of really cool statistical numbers. It really helps me to understand concepts and get my mind around things. I'm not a spewer of research facts. I am more a talker of my own experience. I think I fall into the comparison trap from time to time. Someday, perhaps I will be so organized and I will write all the numbers down and bring them to you in a chart, but not today. Over the last couple of weeks, we have been focused on our top 3 items to save money. I have spoken in previous videos that I tend to ascribe to Ramit Sethi's financial freedom and financial literacy. I have read all the books, Dave Ramsey, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Your Money or Your Life. I've read all the books on minimalism, just minimalism. You can buy happiness and it's cheap on Tiny Living. I've consumed all the YouTube videos and I know the place that I like to go. My 9-year-old asked me this morning, Mommy, how come you like to watch such calm videos? And I was watching Stay with Cotton, and we were just enjoying her cats and her cooking in her little apartment. It's so beautiful. Her filming is amazing. And the little quotes at the bottom of the page. I'm so in love with that type of content. And she was like, who do you like better, Kerr 86 square meters or Stay with Cotton? And I said, oh, I couldn't choose. I love them both so much. Full circle to answer why I love calming, joyful content is that's the place I want to live. They have something I want. And so I watch those types of long form content for inspiration, some filming inspiration, and I just like the vibe. I want that vibe in my home, calm and peaceful and clean and neat and joyful and loving. And I think it's a response to the way I grew up was somewhat of the opposite. It wasn't always the opposite. I can't say that my house wasn't loving or nurturing at times, but we did have too many things to take care of. And so cleanliness sometimes became an issue. Tidiness was sometimes an issue. And then when I would go to my grandmother's house, it was always spotless and clean, and you could swim on the carpets. I guess potentially going through the depression, they had things, and when they bought things, they really thought about what they were taking into their homes. They bought quality items that lasted. The other darker side of that is that the women in those homes didn't often do much outside of the homes, not because they didn't want to, but because their opportunity wasn't as such. So they made their home their pride and joy. I have spoken in the past about how nostalgia is not my friend. There is like this beautiful, wistful part of nostalgia, and then this deep, dark other side of nostalgia that I just can't indulge in too much. So I have given up on cozy minimalism and or cozy living because I do not spend all of my time at home. Though I love being at home, I am an introvert and a homebody. I have to be a minimalist as well as frugal because my home is 11 to 1,200 square feet. I have 2 children, 2 cats, and a partner who works over 60 hours a week and is not at home. I'm semi-retired early and I work from home. I want my house to be a certain way. if I have too many things, my life becomes out of balance. And right now, I got rid of 11 trash bags worth of things for spring cleaning. And I'm still struggling to maintain cleanliness and tidiness that makes me feel calm. I'm having a hard time deciding what else to get rid of because I feel like I've just pared down so many things. I even went into my kids' room the other day and the pangs of guilt, getting rid of so many of their toys was hitting me, and getting rid of things, saying goodbye to stuff, especially in difficult economic times, can be overwhelming in itself, although it's relieving. The truth is, it's never, not one time in my entire life, even in hard economic times, have I not been able to have a roof over my head and have food. And even if the shit hit the fan, I could move in with my mom and take care of her, and I'd be okay. Could get a job at the coffee shop. The kids would go to public school. It would all be okay. So for me, because I grew up with so much chaos, sometimes having a clean and clear space is like a vacuum. And there's this place that opens up for me to do my inner work. And it's not always pretty. I mentioned Costco at the beginning of this video because we've been shopping more at Costco and getting our gas there and making it a regular part of our grocery routine. And we did decide to start spending a little bit more on groceries, on quality groceries, because maybe we've gained a little weight. One of my children is struggling with weight, and that's on me. And going through divorce and separation and living in survival for a large part of my life, like I mentioned, I became a trauma therapist as a response to a lot of things that happened in my childhood and teenage and young adult life. I did become a therapist to save myself and my family and to save other people. And I had a savior complex. And there's good that comes with that, but there's anxiety and responsibility and weight that comes with that, that I was not able to bear and I burnt out. And this is a very honest video because there is shame that I feel around not providing my kids healthy options as far as entertainment and food. And yes, of course, they get things at school that I can't control, but I know that weight issues in children, I'm feeling inadequate as a mom. And I know that my child deserves the best. And though she knows that I love her abundantly, there have been times where we've both been in survival. And I know you can't protect your kids from every single thing, but I've been listening to the audiobook Simplicity Parenting. So I wanted to give an update on that. It's Tuesday. I've had them back at my house since Friday, and we've been doing no iPads. We've been doing 1 or 2 movies a day, like 1.5 movies. We are doing screens. We've pared down their toys to 5 or 6 other than stuffies for each of them. We have been getting outside every day. And I am overwhelmed. I was trying to cook one dinner and change the food because my youngest is extremely picky, which I'm learning is about control when she feels out of control. And again, going through separation and divorce was hard on everyone. I am very happy that we're making these changes now, and they are still young. I wanted this video to be so positive and so picture perfect for the internet. And I don't know why I'm talking about this with you. I think I'm talking about it because I believe in my goodness. I believe in their goodness. I believe in your goodness. And I believe that we are up against marketing and technology and addiction to foods and technology in foods. You're not alone. If I can do it, you can do it. As someone in recovery myself with a history of addiction and addictive tendencies, I'm peeling back the layers of the onion and more is being revealed to me as I go. I'm exiting survival mode in this place in my home and in my relationship with my partner and with my children where we're kind of okay. I don't want to talk about my marriage too much on here, but let's just say I got myself into a place of difficulty. And I thought that having it all the way that everyone wanted me to have it was going to make me happy. And I really did live my life to please my mom, my ex-husband, my partners, friends, acquaintances, sponsors, sponsees. I was trapped in the cocoon of people pleasing and being a good woman, good daughter and wife, and all of those things, and could not find myself in them. The untangling of that kind of programming has been such a journey. I make content about minimalism and frugality and investing and slow living. And today is one of the first days in a long time I've had a lot of time at home by myself in the quiet. The kids have their dance class after school today. My partner picks them up from school. And I decided not to go on a walk this morning. I just wanted to spend time at home figuring out why I'm still not accomplishing the cleanliness and the orderliness that I feel makes me happy. For whatever reason, this is coming up today here with you in real time. We closed on our duplex yesterday and I got a little bit from that. I won't get the rest until the end of the balloon payment in 3 years. And I loved that house. And I'm so glad that it has people to take care of it and it will become someone's home. If you get divorced, the grief of the life that you once had, or maybe it's catching up to the bravery of owning your life fully, can feel like a lot. If you have been through it, I am here with you. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of me. We are coming into alignment with our truths. And that does change from year to year, who we are and what we need. And these negative experiences or sad moments bring forth clarity. I have found that these moments in life or the dark times always bring up what's important to me. I was watching doom and gloom on the economy this morning, and people are getting fed up. The US dollar and trade negotiations and allies with different countries. And I clicked away from it and sat here in my beautiful home, talked to my girls on the way to school. We were late and I didn't freak out because what's the point in that? Frugality is so important to me and I'm so passionate about frugal living. Frugal living is just the term that I'm using for free living. We don't need to buy their crap anymore. We're not funding some plastic machine that's killing the earth anymore. Like, people are waking up. If you don't center your own freedom in your life, then you'll focus on romantic love or there's nothing wrong with focusing on romantic love. What I mean is obsessing with romantic love and partnership and this American dream. It's like this bill of goods to keep us from community and from being free and from loving one another. Realizing there's so much abundance right here, right now with us, and that you don't have to be the best of the best. You can have tardies on your report card and still be successful. You can be happy and a hard worker. Misery loves company, but so does joy. I met up with a friend yesterday to go hiking and sit on the beach, and she has a similar story to mine. She's a mom, single mom, and brilliant career woman. And we've both decided that we're not buying anything anymore. We both quit the gym. We're just gonna move our bodies outside and enjoy our kids and each other and have fun and jump in the ocean, take trips, put healthy organic foods if we can afford them into our bodies. And if not, we'll put the regular ones too, and that's all okay. I had an anti-dogma for a really long time, and I think it's because when I get too sure that I know something, something will come along and change my mind. I was so sure that being married and being unhappily married was more important than being myself on my own. I was so sure that if I acted the right way, got the right job and the right relationship, that I would get the kudos and praise from my family that I'd always been wanting. I would finally get that atta girl pat on the back. And it turns out the needle just kept moving. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is not their job. Thank God they kept moving the needle so I could wake up to the fact that my job is just to love them and to be unapologetically myself, not in a harsh way towards them. I don't beat people with my ideology anymore. I was plant-based for 10 years, and believe me, they heard about it. There's nothing wrong with being plant-based. I still love a lot of my plant-based foods, but I'm not vegan anymore. I don't do medical medium anymore because I was tired of being afraid of chemicals and making sure I was just eating the most wholesome, healthy foods all the time. Sometimes I just want to go out to dinner with my friends and not think about it and order whatever sounds delicious. And I might die a little sooner. It's there for you. And that the calling that brings you joy deserves many, many second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and eighth, hundredth looks. And it's okay to change your mind. And right now, right here, not in the past, not in the future of what might happen, not in the past of what did happen. For right now, on this spring day, we can take a deep breath and life can be good. We can get creative, can make a video instead of doom scrolling, or if doom scrolling's helping, whatever. I'm going to sit with my stuff today. I'm going to question the cleanliness, the energy, the caffeine, and the lack of sleep. I'm going to question the reaching for external things to fix what's going on within me. I am going to be here today and look at the things, my body, if it's not the way I want it to. What am I avoiding and what am I not looking at? What am I spending too much time on that's avoiding me from swimming in the ocean or playing volleyball? And how do I slowly get there? Not overnight change things that won't stick, but how do I slowly get closer and closer to that version of myself that I always imagined I could be when I was little? Happy, joyous. Thank you for being here.